children are the future. So if you refuse to protect a child, you are basically killing the future of the society. Every child is important, and the protection is important because they are the future of every generation.
Right.
We are where we are because we were trained, protected, and taught what's right, what's wrong, where to go, where not to go, what to do, what not to do.
Sometimes I find it very bizarre, but the woman don't like children, or the man don't. But they have the children, and the children are growing up because they don't have feeling for children, either the woman or the man.
Resentment from one of
Thank
them.
you. So they either even abandon the children, and that is why we are having this conversation. I think the essence of marrying into the royal home is to produce.
Someone who has gone through that same thing before could see it and get triggered. Because I'm seeing this as someone who has also gone through these things. So when it's playing out, for me, what I got triggered is the Monica thing.
Are you aware that there are people who are asking, but the girl of not seeing your face, so
why would you want to see the girl's face? Why would you want to see the girl's face?
Advocate asking for the picture. I'm like, do you really understand the job?
For what?
We are made to understand that your female cousin is your wife.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
that's a thing.
Yes.
Do you think we are doing well as a society when it comes to child protection? So we would all agree that children are a very, very important part of our societies, part of our families. But we also accept that they are the most vulnerable group of people that we can find. And so I think that children need a lot of protection. Children need a lot of protection. Today we are here to talk about child protection on the Young Voices podcast. As usual, I have my brother Abdul Razak in the studio, a broadcast journalist. Right. I also have Kenny Mama as well. She's a youth activist. What else?
Gender and social inclusion officer.
All right. And on my far or immediate right, rather, I have Irama Ato, another broadcast journalist. I mean, we have the men. When they say we have the men, it's right here in the studio. But then Prince Hamdan, and we are here to have another exciting and interesting conversation about a very important issue that needs a lot of attention. Right. Let me start with you, Razak.
Right.
We hear a lot about child protection. We hear a lot about child vulnerability and all of these things. When we say we like child protection, what are we talking about?
Right. So let me thank you and thank my other colleagues on the panel. Protecting the child or child protection basically is to finding a safeguarding elements or factors that will prevent a child, one, from harm or from endangering themselves, either now or in the future. Literally, that's how I would define it. But there are other issues that endangers the life of children or minors, if I may put it. But generally, and then contextually, I would say that anything that has the potential of endangering the life of a child or a minor, protecting a child basically has to do with this: safeguarding the life of the child or the child for any danger that is likely to either disturb them or to prevent them from attaining their full potential.
Right. Let me come to you.
Yes. Okay. So, in layman's terms, child protection is basically what you do as a parent to make sure that your child is healthy, alive, fed, and protected. That's it.
Right. And safe.
And safe, of course.
Right.
And safe.
All right. Irama.
Well, for me, we all have been
children before, right?
Yeah, children before.
Right.
And I can say that I won't say that we just got up and we are where we are.
Right.
We are where we are because we were trained, protected, and taught what's right, what's wrong, where to go, where not to go, what to do, what not to do. Yeah, and then how to do things.
Right.
That is what I feel like protecting and safeguarding the child is. You're protecting, you're teaching right from wrong, how to do things, how to go about things, how to take up challenges, how to, even fulfill your own dreams and what you want to do and not to do. Protecting the child. You brought the child to the world, and you are responsible for grooming them to become whoever they want to be.
Right.
They are in your hands. They are your protection. They are your responsibility. So for me, I feel like the training, the grooming, the day-to-day life, it's like a plant. You water them every time. If not, they don't grow.
Yeah.
So you're watering them positive, negative,
Right.
positive, negative, to they grow to whatever they want to be. Yeah.
Right, but it means that there must be a reason why children must be protected.
Right.
Why is it important? Why should we, protect children in the first place? Let me
Okay.
continue.
Well, they said children are the future. So if you refuse to protect a child, you are basically killing the future
Right.
of the society or of the country or any other country that may be. Because like Irama rightly put it, all of us were kids before we get to this adult stage. And in one way or the other, we were groomed, nurtured, and shaped into what we are today. I'm sure there are so many other people out there who can do what we are doing right now, but you choose and carefully selected who comes here.
Right.
So it's because of what you are looking for, and perhaps it's because of the training and the nurturing we've had, either at home, either at school, or wherever we find ourselves. So it is important for children to be protected because of our own safety and our future. Today, we keep complaining, Ghana Police is complaining, Narcotics Control Authority or Board is complaining because of what has become a canker or a danger in the lives of everybody. Today, you find people on the street of Tamale, on the street of Kumasi, on the street of Accra, everywhere in the country, and even across the shores of Ghana, taking drugs and sleeping right in the middle of the road. Some have been knocked by cars accidentally. Some are into armed robbery deliberately or not as a result of some of these things. For those who are in it, if you listen to the commentary or comments of some of them, they make it look as if it's peer pressure. Peer pressure. Some tell you that it's because of lack of parental training. Some tell you it's because of breakup from their parents and so on and so forth. So from day one, if you don't have the right protection from home, don't do A, don't do B, don't do C. It results in some of these things. What does it do? Expose the future of the child. When it exposes the future of the child, in what we all of us define as the future generation of every society, because the children are those who will grow up. Today, the president of Ghana, for instance, was once upon a time a child. You, the owner or the host of this podcast, you were once upon a time a child.
Absolutely.
And I'm not sure even at the time you were 2, 3, you were in your right senses to even think that one day you'll be hosting a podcast. But today, we are hosting a podcast like this, using it to educate perhaps those who may not have the opportunity to go to classroom or to have that training or education to understand that some of these things are unavoidable or preventable or should not even go closer to them. So protecting the child is really, really important, not only to their parents, but to the society at large. That's why in every country or in every society, you have the law enforcement agencies who are protecting everybody, including the child. And that is why also they are giving priority to children. Not because the adults are not important, but they feel children are vulnerable. So therefore, they need that protection. And they need, that security, so that they grow to become responsible people in the future because of their vulnerability. So every child is important, and the protection is important because they are the future of every generation.
Right. They are the future of every generation. Kenny?
Yes, so I'll come in from another angle. One of the I think one of the most important reasons why we should protect children is against exploitation.
Right.
We have seen from time memorial where we have these family groups or family sectors where somebody has a lot of children, they can't survive, they can't take care of all of them. You see other family members picking up these children from them to bring them to take care of them. But then in the process of, trying to lessen their burden, they start to exploit these children. That is where the whole term child labor even got coined from. So we are not thinking of the fact that you went and picked somebody's child, brought into your house, and you are treating the child like the child is not blood. I mean, it's the same blood and water that runs in our veins. So why wouldn't you treat the child like the way the child is supposed to be treated, with love, care, attention, emotion? You're supposed to provide for the child, feed the child. But some of the circumstances that you would see these children, you would even ask yourself that, why did they even give birth in the first place? Because as an adult, it doesn't matter. As long as you see a child is in trouble, you are supposed to help. Just this morning alone, they are going to school, right? You've seen a couple of children, no parents in sight, of course, and they're as young as 4 or 5, and they're about to cross the road. Any rational thinking person should see that, no, the children need help. You go, help them cross, and go your way. Basic human courtesy. But now it's like we are so cornered, we are so full of ourselves that we've forgotten that the people we are supposed to be protecting are now just left by themselves. They're supposed to just figure it out.
Wow.
They're kids. The only thing you hear too is, they're kids. They will learn. Who is teaching them? If the only thing they know is one particular thing, if the only thing they've seen is what you keep showing them. So you as an adult, you've shown a child that you cannot even give them the time of day. So what kind of child are you? Obviously, the child too will also do the same thing because he would bring you back to the memory that the day I was on that road, I wanted to cross. You didn't even bother to try and help me. So when the tables turn, I won't help you.
Rama, do you think we are doing well as a society when it comes to child protection?
Outright, no. I don't even think about it. Outright, no.
Why do you say that?
I think it stems from, I don't know if religion has sort of one way or other skewed our way of thinking. You get married, you're expected to give birth. Yeah, you get to a certain age, even if you're at this point when you don't even you're not even married, and you're at a certain age. It's, even if you don't find a man, find someone to get you pregnant and
bring the baby
and give birth. They made it look like as your purpose is just to give birth and then just procreate. Because the Bible says,
so you have to procreate,
multiply. So we are multiplying, but we are multiplying without sense.
Thank you.
Right? You are multiplying. You bring a child to the world. Do you know that after God said multiply, He says then protect the child, groom him the way he should go.
Right.
But we don't do it.
The way of the Lord.
Yes, we don't do it at all. You give birth. It's as if you're telling me, you said I should give birth. I've given birth.
So go and take care
now
of
yourself. The child is here. What should I do?
Wow.
Right? We do not care where the child, in my area, we do not care where the child is at a certain time. A child will bring something we are not questioning where he or she got it from. So at the back of their mind, I can go anywhere and then
do anything.
Anything. You walk on your community, you find a child freely communicating with a stranger. And they are laughing and you are like, what the hell?
What the hell?
What are you doing? And my area, they look, when they see me, and this particular guy, I have noticed, the kids like playing with him a lot, and it's so uncomfortable. And the way they freely speak with him, like he's their colleague, I'm like, this is not supposed to happen. This way, you can freely.
Oh yeah.
And then my mom sells ice cream. When these kids knock, we want to buy ice cream. When you open, they want to enter. In my mind, what makes you think you can enter somebody's room when you have not been invited? Meaning, a guy will even see you, open his door, and you just jump in.
Oh, yeah.
Because your parents have not taught you boundaries.
Thank you.
Kids can just throw in things at your wall and expect you to come out so that they will run away and be laughing, find it a joke. Let me tell you, we had dogs when these dogs were alive.
And these kids know there are dogs there. They will intentionally do whoa whoa, and the kids will also do. The dog will also do whoa whoa back. It excites them. Then I've been warning them severally.
Right.
Don't come in when we are not around, right? They will intentionally play the ball, and then to come in, then they will jump the wall, and then come inside. One Saturday, everyone was. I was inside. I was in the room. I saw that a couple of times. I called them. Hey, there are dogs here. This time they opened the gates and then they came in. Then the dogs chased. It didn't get them. But then while the kid was done, the wall scratched him.
Yeah.
He ran home and then I think I even posted on Facebook and called his mom that the dog had bitten him. So the woman came in angry. I went out and I was like, "Okramana kameban." I said, "Okao wahefa." The question I asked, "Okano wahefa."
Right.
Then she now turned and asked the boy in the van, where did he bite you? Then he said, inside it. And she just gave him a knock. What are you doing in this compound?
Thank you.
Right.
Did I send you? What are you doing here? Then she now said, I'm sorry. I said, no, you should teach them. He has been playing with his friends. When if the gate is not locked, they jump the wall.
Just imagine. By now, the mother is not even aware.
You see, they jump the wall. We are as if, you said I should give birth, so the child is here. As to what the child will do, how the child will do, we don't care. We just we fail before we even arrive. We failed.
Do you agree, Abdul? Do you agree with it?
Well, not entirely.
Okay.
Funnily enough, the Gomez have been saying that now on Pigo Karachi.
Right.
Religiously, that's true.
I hope you're also going to turn into ABF.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Our honorable man.
Religiously, it's right. That is true. But mostly, if I'm having this kind of conversation, I want to do away with religion. If not, religion confines you.
Right.
You're not able to speak the way you want to. Children necessarily are not a barrier to development. If I say this, what I mean is that the number one gives birth to does not really determine whether if the person will be successful or not. Number two, it does not also mean that when you have more, you will not be able to take care of them. But context matter. We live in a society where even the job we do is hand to mouth. So therefore, you are measured. So at the end of the month, you are paid 1,000 Ghana cedis, you are paid 2,000 Ghana cedis. Your neighbor's child is at a very expensive school. You want to send your child. Terminally, you're supposed to pay 1,000. That's half of your money
salary,
or your salary. So you're able to read in between the lines and say, no, if I do this, it will not go well. If you don't want to send your child to an expensive school, like somebody said, how many successful people have been to the A schools? So my point here is that the society in which we live or the environment where we find ourselves, religion is asking us to just give birth. But I think that's why God gave us reasoning to be able to ask yourself whether if it is right for me to do that. So looking at the condition of my wife, even the condition of my first and second child, must I continue giving birth? One, you live in a rented house. At least it's everybody's dream that you should have an accommodation of your own, so that you avoid yourself from being called at late night or dodging your landlord or landlady when the year is coming to an end. So some of these things, I think we need to read in between the lines to be able to figure what if we can do or not. I think most often than not, we compare ourselves to persons who are wealthy or who are well-to-do. So if you take somebody like Kenya Japan, he said he has 22
children.
Yes. And almost all of them, their fees are paid in dollars. And he's able to pay everybody's fees. he has 22. Then you said, Abi Kennedy has 22.
Then I should
And
go
me
for
too, I
22.
should.
So you are not Kennedy. So you have to check what is the name? Know your limit.
The differences, yeah.
That said, if you know you are capable, even if it is 1,000 children, you should give birth to them. There's absolutely nothing wrong. The only challenge is if you know you cannot take care of children. So I think the question of measure the number of children, do family planning, is because of our status. Because they know you can't take care of them. That's why they are telling you do one.
So you can take good care
So you
of
can
them.
take good care of them because of your condition. But if you know, for instance, like the former, I don't know the current one, how much it's receiving. SIC, the former boss before Ejenim Boateng replaced her, we are told she's taking over 70,000 Ghana cedi at the end
Why
of
are
the
you
month.
trying to annoy Ghanaians?
No, excluding allowances.
Charlie?
So if
Why
I'm
are you trying to
receiving,
annoy
if I'm
Ghanaians?
receiving 70, like for me,
When I read it, I was like, hey,
And that is
Brian,
true.
Are we paying you some?
no, wait until you see how much GRA boss takes.
Oh.
Let me not divert. But if you are that kind of fellow, if you want to have even 100 children,
You can.
That is on to you. That's okay because you have the money. Your allowances alone can take care of the kids.
But Abdul, isn't it the opposite we see instead?
So-
because we are talking about like how, or what parents should do.
Right.
That in the process of taking care
Care.
of their children. You see somebody who, falls within the categories you mentioned.
The
Like,
children will not be able to take care of their kids.
give birth to as many as you cannot count, and are not able to take care of them.
Right.
Isn't it the reason why we see a lot of children loitering on the
On our
streets,
streets.
and,
Being
and
exploited.
catered for?
Yeah.
Those that even have the power to
Yeah.
do so, they are not.
Yeah.
We have some outliers. Kennedy, Japan and Co.
Right.
They have their own reasons, but there are a lot of these well-to-do people that barely have up to 5 children.
Yeah. That's true.
I don't know if you get the
The
right.
late President Mills had only one child.
Yes.
Yes.
And he could have taken care of even 10.
100 safe.
Exactly.
But he had only one. So that's why I'm saying, I hope I don't sound repetitive. It's a choice.
Right.
For me, if I know I can take care of 30, I'll give birth to 30. But as I said, I know I can't. So why should I force myself
To do more?
that? So that's why I sometimes want to blame our mothers.
Right.
Sorry to Irama and Kelly. The choice to give birth or get pregnant in the first place lies in their hands.
Not in
Charlie?
Northern Ghana. I'm sorry.
Not-
Let's
not-
update
not-
you.
not in most of them.
He's right
Let's
though.
but-
He's right.
oh,
He's
He's
right.
right though, but where we are,
You know
apparently
when you
it's
go
not
through-
her
Okay, let
choice.
him explain. Let him explain this.
So she knows it's true.
I know. I'm aware.
let him explain himself.
Today, all the forms of family planning, how do you call it? Family planning options
For me, women.
are available to us today. Most of them. I think it's women tilted. It's like for women, sort of. I don't want to speak about condom, but the IUVs, the whatever. Today, a woman can do it without the husband knowing.
Well,
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where I'm coming from.
oh, okay.
So if you look at the condition of the family, your husband has to even take it. At the end of the day, he doesn't even give you money for feeding. There's no food in the house. How to eat is a problem. And then in the night, you are the one who tells the husband that, let me put the children over and come and let's whatever. And you know the situation. But in the end, he say, he's the man. He's the man. So you have, at least you have a say. At what point you give birth and what number you should have. Birth spacing, the woman has a right to speak. And the decision...
for doing the do, I will agree with you because
Oh, no,
most
do
of the
the do,
times
you can
the,
do.
the men are actually
But yeah, what he's saying is that you can still do the do.
No,
all right.
he made mention of the point that the women will be the ones to say that let me put the children to sleep and come over. That's the point I'm making. I'm just trying to chip in.
Oh, I get that.
Right.
But I think what I'm trying
No, I get your
to
point.
say
I get your
is
point.
that
All right.
if the condition is not good, can take that bold step to decide how the birth spacing should be done.
Right.
We know it's God who gives children.
No, but
like we say in religion.
I think a lot of women are also not educated on some of these things.
Right.
So they feel a lot of insecurity going in to do those things.
Right.
Because probably they've had somebody used some and there were some complications and all of those things. Don't you think education is also one of the reasons why because majority or a lot of them are not, they don't know. So I don't know where we can.
I'll be very surprised if there is anybody living in an urban area
who doesn't know about family planning.
Right. You can pretend to say you don't. If you say in a very
I'm not saying they don't know about it, but then like to have
education on it,
because as I said, there are a lot of other concerns about using these family planning methods, right? And they talk to each other. They see people go through some challenges, so that alone could be scare enough for them not to want to do it.
Yeah, sure. People are really scared.
I feel like education. I don't think at this point no woman misses out on education.
Right from even primary school.
Even if you have never entered class before, when you get pregnant and you see a doctor, even if you don't see a doctor or a nurse, there's an elderly woman in your house who will educate you.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Urban area.
When you give birth.
Everybody at least.
Now there's no excuse.
If you say a rural community, I think it's understandable.
Even rural community, you have the elderly who
but
knows.
when we even
that
have difficulties in
they
teaching
even have the
our
herbal
children
methods.
on a basic, how do you call it, even menstruation,
Sex education,
education, and all of these things.
So I think
For me, I still feel there is that gap because there are a lot of people you meet, and sometimes the excuses they still even give.
The gap here, I would say is psychological.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's where I would say the gap is. The pressure of you being a woman at a certain age, you're expected to get married, either get married or have
or
children.
give birth.
So if your self-esteem is not that
You would
high,
be- yeah.
you don't believe in yourself that much,
Yes.
you'll fall for all these
Oh,
things.
yes.
You're like, I have to give birth. A woman, tell me why a woman will feel like giving birth would get more love from her husband, right? And her family.
That's a genuine thing.
And the husband's family. She has to give birth. If not, the husband will run away from her. She has to give birth. If not, the in-laws will not like her.
They will not respect her.
Then you have to-
So I wanted to ask you, Rama, the reason why we get married in the first place, contextually, like because of where we find ourselves. If you speak about in-laws, for instance, or our parents, why are we not giving birth yet? At this your age, why are you still not in a man's house? And things like that. So I'm specifically, contextualizing it on childbirth or whatever. So I don't know, for you, why do you think you want to get married?
Companionship.
Companionship.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Companionship.
Basically.
So I think what we are missing mostly is when we are dating or courting, we're unable to discuss some of these things.
True.
Asking the man and the woman, why are we getting married?
Why are we married?
Why do we want to settle down?
Bam.
And the woman says, for me, it's more of a companionship. I want somebody I can wake up in the night and tell the person that I have this difficulty. I want to cuddle. I want to speak. I want to talk to someone. Now, whether if your man really loves that, is another. You know, the man you are marrying is from a very large family. Psychologically and growing up, he knows that giving birth to larger people, population is the goal of the family. So therefore, perhaps he might not be doing it to himself, but to the family. It's just like you being nurtured, or if you are from a royal home, says, I don't want to give birth. From a royal home, I think the essence of marrying into the royal home is to produce. So if you enter a royal home and say, I want to do companionship, they'll be asking you, are you really normal?
Love doesn't count.
Where we find ourselves. So I'm saying we should contextualize it because there are other places who do not give regard to royalty. So tradition, culture matters somewhere.
And as you even said, I think sometimes the individual, wants what you want as an individual
Yes.
also matters.
Yes,
there are
very
some women
important.
who wants to give birth to
Yes,
children.
there are some who want to give.
You
it.
get it. It's
There are
an
some who
agreement,
don't
yeah.
want. So if you don't want, what
There are
discussion are you
choices.
having
Exactly,
with your partner?
exactly.
I think that conversation we are not having.
very important,
That's
yeah.
why. So, for instance, the woman don't. Sometimes I find it very bizarre, but the woman don't like children, or the man don't. But
you
they
are
have the
having.
children, and the children are growing up because they don't have feeling for children, either the woman or
It
the
will be a
man.
resentment from one of
Thank
them.
you. So
That would be
they either
another
even abandon the children, and that is why we are having this conversation. We are where we are, as
Exactly.
far as the protection of children is concerned. Because assuming if the woman, based on where we find ourselves, she's supposed to be in the house all the time and to take care of the kids, and who doesn't like kids? You can imagine, right?
Then she
Right.
sees her colleagues, moving forward in academic.
And she-
Your matter died. Your child's matter died.
Right.
Finish.
Let's look at some of the things that children need protection against. One of the matters in contest at the moment is this defilement case in Tamale that we are talking about. And apparently this young girl, 12 years old, was defiled by a grown man.
60-year-old man.
And this is not the first one. We've heard a lot of these things. What are some of the things that, aside defilement, which we will talk about? After your point, what are some of the things that children need protection against?
Okay, so one of the things I mentioned, of course, was exploitation.
Right.
Apart from defilement, exploitation is very high. And another one we will talk about is exposure to too much information. In the time and age that we are in right now, information is everywhere. Everybody is talking. Now, freedom of speech is in high, like it is at 100% level. So kids are eavesdropping. I'm having a phone call. They're eavesdropping on my conversation. They are listening to everything. Now, it's like the walls are so thin. Information just flies around, literally. So now, protection against the type of information that they hear and assimilate. Now, you are hearing something, and me, the mother, I'm too busy or I'm too occupied. The father is not even there. This information that she has bombarded into her head, who translates the information for her? So information, of course, now becomes facts. Facts now become character. Character now becomes behavior. So I'm sitting in the house, classic example. I'm in the house and Lydia comes in and she's like, Mama, I want to ask a question. I heard that if you don't want to work, you can use your vagina to make money. Is it true?
Seriously?
Oh, that's just a quarter of some of the questions. That's just quarter. I picked that one because that's the highest one for now.
Wow.
And then I'm sitting down and the first thing that pops into my head is, where did you even hear this in the first place? What were you people talking about
That
in the
came up.
first place that led to
At
to
that
money?
age.
But look, sometimes I just brief in and brief out because some of the things you would hear. The funny one was like, Mama, but is it safe to have sex when you are menstruating? I'm like, wait, what do you mean? She said, is it who one? I always forget this girl's name. The other one was talking to the other one about the fact that she went to visit the boyfriend and the boyfriend decided to have sex with her when she was menstruating. And the other one was like, okay, so me too, I will try it. And then Lydia was hearing this conversation and the both of them are telling Lydia that Lydia should also try it too. And Lydia is like, do you people actually know how old I am? Lydia is 12. And the people having this conversation are 16. 16, 17.
Wow.
So in my head, I'm like, so the both of you don't have filter, or you do not know what you're supposed to say in front of a 12-year-old because she looks grown, boobs are developing, body is developing, so she looks grown, and besides, she's also menstruating too. So at the back of their head, she can hear the information. I mean, at some point, she would hear it. So this is even another one again happened where there's this total stranger who keeps passing my house, and he would stop at my door to give my daughter information about me.
Yeah,
He started telling her that, oh, me, I've been sleeping around with men. Don't you know your mother is a bad person? So when she talks to you, don't listen to her. And then I realized that it was during that time my daughter became very rebellious. She wasn't listening to me because she was listening to information she was hearing outside. So imagine if I wasn't that open-minded or that conscious or intentional about my parenting. All the information they would hear would go in and stay in.
Right.
There is no filter, no questions, nothing.
Right.
It just becomes facts.
All right. So you are a broadcast journalist, and you've heard a lot of these issues. I want us to talk about this particular case. Take us through the story. What really happened in this case of this 12-year-old girl?
Right. So before that, let me say that our laws are very explicit on the issue of domestic violence. And domestic violence is an envelope of almost all the abuses. So sexual abuse, sexual harassment, incest, all those together. In this particular case, what we are told is that the child has been defiled. And as a matter of fact, the media house where I work, a colleague reporter actually was the first to file the report.
Discover the story.
Or to discover the story. And the story, like all of us have heard, is that the girl will actually be 12 at the end of July.
Yeah.
She's not
12
She's
yet.
not 12
She's 11.
yet. So she's 11. But by the end of July, she'll be 12. It is true that a small girl is pregnant.
Wow.
4 months.
So the story behind the pregnancy, per the report, is that the girl is actually from Salaga, but lives with somebody here in Tamale.
A relative?
Well, the information we had is that she runs errand for the woman who she is staying with here in Tamale. And the woman sells porridge in the morning. And the girl will be sent to the grinding mill to go and grind whatever they will use to make the porridge. And it's been going on for some time. So during this process, the man, we are told, we even come to the family that he is looking for the girl. The woman made a very important point. Sometimes you see people, strangers, talking with kids, and we think that it's normal.
It's normal.
So he even comes to the house to even ask of the small girl. So they were thinking that, oh, because of culture, because of the society where we live in, if an elderly is asking of a small kid, he's only showing concern.
Yes.
Because the small girl has been coming to him as in the grinding mill almost all the time. Not knowing the elderly person was taking advantage.
How old is this man?
We are told, per what Dovsy is saying, he's over 50 years. So if the man is over 50 years, everybody can tell that to be able to lure or convince or coerce a 12-year-old or almost a 12-year-old will be that easy. But I'm not by this saying the man is guilty or not. I'm only narrating
what happened. Yeah.
What happened. And then we're also told the man was having an affair with a small girl in the grinding mill.
Chai.
So why not take her to your house? Then the reporter, after digging, said the man is married with kids.
Oh.
The truth is, the man is not from Zojeli, but the grinding mill is in Zojeli. The man is from Bayanwaya. It's just like me living in a different area but work in a different area. So that's how it is. So he comes there to work. But this act took place in Zojeli.
That's where the grinding
That's
mill
where the
is.
grinding
Inside
mill
the
is.
grinding mill.
Inside the grinding mill, according to the report. And I said, so how did we know the man sleeps with a young girl in the grinding mill? He said, after they noticed the girl was pregnant, then they questioned her, where do you do this act that resulted in this pregnancy? And the small girl confessed that at the grinding mill. What time? He said, oh, sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the evening, sometimes in the afternoon. So it wasn't once.
Oh, it wasn't once. For that one, it wasn't once.
So, assuming without admitting that what the young girl even said is true, where were the people at the time? Almost the community that grinded.
Yes.
Nobody picked intelligence.
Anything at
So it's quite bizarre. So, assuming if the small girl wasn't pregnant, so I mean the act would have currently
we wouldn't have
been in
known.
the process.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody would have known. So, but normally when this issue come, how we talk about them, how we deal with them, for me is the concern. The report, the subsequent comments, the support system we are giving the kid, and who are we bringing in to support? You see, when this thing came up, there are a lot of backlash on social media. As a matter of fact, when it actually came, people had problem with the linguistic style of anchoring. But nobody was discussing the gravity of the issue.
The main
issue. And then it became a concern. Then a day or two later, heading to a week, the conversation moved away from looking for a support system or calling for justice for the young girl. But everybody was concentrating on the style of the presentation. So I'm like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing really? Are we looking for justice for the small girl, or we want to concentrate on the presentation style? I'm sure for me, there is no way in the presentation, no way, where the presenter said, let's not fight for the small girl. There is no space or nowhere in the presentation that the uncle said, look, the man committed the act or did not commit the act. He did it. But the manner in which he did it, people felt it could have been done differently, but on a more serious note. For instance, if you look at our laws, regardless of consent, the law actually imposes very strict limitations on minors. It does not matter if the person, excuse my language, has big boobs, big butt, whatever it is. The law protects the child. And you see, permit me, even though I'm not a lawyer, if you look at the Criminal Act, 1960, Act 29, it says any carnal knowledge with a minor, and the minor here is anybody under the age of 16 years. What is the carnal knowledge with a minor is a crime under our laws. And the perpetrator is likely to go for minimum 7 years and maximum 25 years. So it does not really matter that whether, the small girl agreed to have sex with him because of the number of times he had an affair with a small girl. It does not really matter. The law says you have violated and it's punishable. And you are likely to go for a maximum of 25 years. So on this particular case, what I will say is that let me own it. Let me own it, because that is what is currently ongoing. If you look at anybody who is writing about this on social media. I will not say everybody. Most of the write-ups I've seen, those who are doing it are trying to make it their own. Their own in the sense that, let people know that I'm working. Let it be about me. Let people talk about me. No, it's not about you. It's about trying to work with DOFSU, trying to work with the police, so that we get the perpetrator. If indeed he is found to be guilty by the law, let the law deal with him. Don't make it look like, what can I do? It's about I. You are absolutely not part of it. To start with, it is Sagani TV and Sagani reporter who started this. At least if for nothing at all, he has more information than anybody else. So if you need an information on that, one, you go to him or you go to DOFSU, if indeed the case has been reported to DOFSU. And yes, I can confirm, because I have personally spoken with ASP Vesentia, who is a DOFSU coordinator for Northern Region, who said the case was actually even reported to her last week, Thursday. So before that, people were on social media ranting and making a lot of noise. What were you doing? Why didn't you report the case to DOFSU? It took a civil society group who said, no, there's the need for them to do it. They officially wrote and then sent it to DOFSU and said, there's a case in Zojeli and I want you to pursue it. That's how it started. So ASP Vesentia took a team. They visited Salaga and then they brought the girl actually to Tamale, to her office. And then
she had gone back after.
So what they did was that after this interrogation, I don't know if that's the right word to use, then the girl gave some information to them. And they said, okay, then let's send her back. But guess what?
So after the incident, they sent her back to Salaga?
They have to.
Yes, they
because
sent her back
immediately this allegation came out. The father actually said they should bring the daughter back. So they have to send the daughter back to Salaga. So they sent her back to Salaga. So it took ASP Vesentia and her team to go to Salaga, to bring the girl back to Tamale for the interview.
Investigation.
Now the father, what is the name, is visually impaired. And the father is saying that, you see, religion, it's happened. Already is written. That's how it will happen. So let it be. I don't want this case pursued anymore. But he was made to understand that it's a criminal case. If it is criminal case, your hands no day inside again.
I beg, it's not your business.
Even as a parent, we now own the story or this case. So we will deal with the way it's supposed to be. So they brought the girl to Tamale, and then after questioning her one or two, then she gave some information. But, the police is concerned, or DOFSI is concerned because the girl said she doesn't know where the man is. That is number one. Number two, she doesn't also know his name.
She never
Personally, this has nothing to do with DOFSU, but I feel like the girl has been coached by somebody after she left to Salaga. Because the girl said, one, I don't know him. I interpret that to mean I don't know his house. Number two, I don't know his name. I have my suspicion. I'm not saying the small girl is lying.
There could be a nickname
that could be a threat to.
If you don't know his name, that's fine. But there's a common name. If indeed,
you can't just call him Mba.
DOFSU did not tell me that what is the name. The girl said she wouldn't give any further information because, as a matter of fact, ASP Vesentia said she'll go back and interrogate the small girl. What they need information. Actually, their case should write on information. Well, she even cited an example when one 8-year-old was defiled some time ago. And when they got to court, the man admitted. When investigators sat with him, he said no. He didn't do any of the thing he said. So that was the angle she was coming from, that you may say you didn't do, but later you can tell that, the way the case is going, there's the need for me to tell the truth. And at least the image I saw, she's small, but I believe she can communicate.
Yes.
So if she can communicate, she should be able to tell and to give information for the man to be arrested. what saddens
he's
my
not
heart,
arrested.
not yet.
He's not yet.
What saddens my heart is that we are told the man has grown-up kids, grown-ups.
Should somebody do this to your
Yes.
daughter?
But the information we also had surrounding him and his wife, I don't think we should be. I'll be
Putting
talking
out,
about
right,
it.
right.
But trust me, no matter how your relationship is with your wife,
That's no
should not
excuse.
push you,
To defile a 12-year-old.
even if you are a pedophile.
That's no excuse.
That
Uh-huh.
one's a fear supposed
So,
to.
the police was actually not forthcoming with the information. I understand them because the investigation is ongoing.
Yeah.
Because I was actually questioning, where have you reached? Have you seen him? They don't want to give information on the man
Absolutely.
just yet.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's because they've not arrested him.
Yes.
You may give
Yes.
information and you will
And
hear
then
and
he
you
will-
run
you will
away.
run. Yeah.
But we are told the man is within. Within where?
Right.
So I just
Uh-huh.
hoping that it will be-
So what I want to land on is that I don't think when some of these issues come up, we should personalize them.
Thank you.
Personalize as in we those who speak on those matters. Ever since the issue started, I never made a comment on it. Never. Because I don't think that if it is my daughter, I'm not sure it will be palatable for me to sit
see it
on
on
radio or
online.
television
Yes,
to be discussing that
discussing.
sensitive matter.
Yeah.
So you have people who found joy in writing about it. And I can tell you, not from their heart, because they want to say, I wrote about it. And somebody else commented about it. And I want to let the person know that I know how to comment on those issues better than that fellow.
Wow.
And that's what is currently ongoing.
Happening.
If you monitor the trends on social media, as far as this Zojali alleged defilement case is concerned, people are writing about it because of their own selfish interests.
Wow.
You think so?
Oh, it's not that I
It's
think
kinda
so.
obvious.
I know so. I know so because if I'm concerned about something, the first thing I do is to go to police station and report the case. That is number one. And to ask the police what I can do personally to assist with the investigation. Not to come and sit on radio or on television.
To come and talk.
Begin to write and show that I know I can write better grammar than anybody else.
But don't you think all of that adds a lot more pressure for the case?
No, it
You
has
don't-
no pressure. That's sensationalism. If you want the case to be dealt with, you know why are
know
you
what
an
to do.
are you a police officer? You are not.
Yeah.
The noise you make on radio or on television does not bring solution to the matter. I'm talking about an alleged defilement or rape case. Who gives you that order or the authority to arrest or to prosecute? The only office mandated with that responsibility is police or DOFSU. Who has gone there? All those who are making noise on social media, mention one person who has gone there. Now that the case is out and people are talking, now you are saying, "Oh, I'm going to DOFSU." The case has already been reported. If you go to DOFSU or go to the police, I don't know what information you are going to
Right,
give.
right.
Because the information you are going to give
Has already
is
been-
about the comment people are making on social media. You have no information about it.
right. All right, Irama. I think I know you've also been following this
Oh, yeah.
story. What do you have? What do you have to add to what?
For me, I felt like Razak was saying. When I saw it, I didn't want to
talk about.
talk about it. When these things come, I first of all get triggered, and I'm careful how I
You-
put my words down. Because I know I am not the only one. That's one thing other commenters or posters are not even taken into consideration. What you are putting down, put yourself in the situation. Family members of this girl could see it.
Yeah.
A relative or someone who has gone through that same thing before could see it and get triggered.
Good.
Because I'm seeing this as someone who has also gone through these things. So when it's playing out, for me, what I got triggered is the Monica thing. Though my situation did not happen in the granny mail, it's somewhat close to that.
Right.
That's where I set myself free. I ran away from because I was self-aware of what was going on. Yeah,
And I think
So-
that is even very important.
Exactly.
with
So
regards
for you to just
mm.
jump at things because you think you understand English and because you think you know how or you've called yourself an advocate. you just go on social media and start commenting about these things. You need to take into consideration there are people involved. This is a human being, and emotions are in, mental health issues are very, very critical. We need to think about all these things before we jump on and start doing things that
people should
will
be measured,
escalate it more.
Even on social media, are you aware that there are people who are asking, but the girl of not seeing your face, so who
Why
has a
would you want to
picture?
see
Just
the
imagine.
girl's face? Why would you want to see the
Why?
girl's face?
Advocate asking
what?
for the picture. I'm like, do you really understand the job
For
you're
what?
doing?
No, I don't.
For what? You see the thing. We are talking about protecting our children,
Right.
and it's one of it's deeper than what we are looking at or talking about now. With Kenny's situation, who had a daughter and all that, and with what I have seen and gone through, I think parents are not opening up a bit. One other way to protect a child, you're not opening up a bit. I've heard where they say, "You are not my friend." You know what parents say? Hey, I'm not one of your friends.
Behave.
Like,
Why would you tell me I am? So who should I go be
should I
friends
go
with?
to talk
Right.
to?
So a child should be able to be comfortable to come to you
Express yourself.
and tell you
talk.
what is happening.
Exactly.
In my case, like I said, for me, two things. My dad's behavior, it was positive and negative at the same time. I wasn't able to go communicate with him, but it restricted me and said, if I go do this thing, this man will do this to me. So I will not go do. Right? It also tamed me. Yeah, he wasn't opening up, but it tamed me as to what not to do. You're not out at 6 p.m.
Right.
What are you doing outside?
What are you going to do outside?
You get me?
Right.
You are home when you are supposed to be home because he knows when you're supposed to be home. But then you should be at least comfortable because he had friends that were the kids were free with their parents. So I was like, why can't you be like that? You know, we should be able to open up. Let's have kids be able to come to us to talk to us.
Right.
That this is what is happening. Yeah, for me, but for a Sunday school teacher, maybe I don't know where I would have been right now. That she taught me what is this,
Awareness.
who a predator is, and how they behave.
Right.
Then I will know.
Right.
I stay off this.
Right.
I know if you're behaving this way. I know you're not supposed to be
Suspicious.
doing. You're not
Yeah.
supposed. You come in and tell, hey, just.
My wife.
I don't know. Why do these girls? Exactly. Why would you call me my wife when I'm a kid? Oh, this girl there, she's beautiful, she's my wife. The way I will look at you.
You see, I
Right.
think cultural on that point.
Right.
I think culture has its own way of getting us into these troubles. The question of why would you call somebody your wife at that age? We are made to understand that your female cousin is your wife.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's a thing?
Yes. So I think it has been there. So you can be even 50-year-old and she's 3.
Yeah.
Because of that,
Yeah.
call her my wife.
Your wife. Yeah.
Me,
And it's like
my
it's
wife,
like
this
play.
man,
So
yeah.
it's like play.
Right.
It's like play.
Yeah, but then some are not taking it like play.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
They literally do it.
No, I
Oh,
think where
yeah.
we've gotten to, I'll be glad, even though it's not my voice that will change it, but I'll be glad if every parent begin to set that limit.
Yes.
Yes.
Immediately a man, be it a cousin where begins to tell a child, my wife, I say, oh no, but she's a
Call
kid.
that person out.
Let's not begin
Yeah,
to do
this
some
is
of this.
the-
I think
in
it's
this day
better
and age.
in a
Yep.
very
Right.
because sometimes what you communicate is also very important. You communicate such that you don't give the notion that you are making the other person feel like, oh, he's not part of the family conversation again.
Yes.
There are some who may be doing it with genuine intention. But because today we cannot figure out those who do it with genuine
To
intention,
trust.
why don't we even stop it completely?
Yes.
So how we even say it matters
Right.
before you are taken to a family meeting.
And can we go back to
answers.
and can we go back to being nosy? You know, yes, the child is in your community.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't say that's not my child.
Right.
So I only see me. I do that in my area. That guy hates me now. I'm sure. If I see a guy being comfortable with kids and the kids are playing with it, why? Hey, go. I just sit down and say, hey, go away.
Thank
Then
you.
he would just be like, sister, oh.
Thank you.
You get what I mean? We should be. I think we should bring back the culture of being nosy.
Right.
Why are you talking to her?
Who is she
know
to you?
her? Exactly.
Exactly.
Right.
What is your connection with the child?
With the child.
I just-
Because that's one way
quickly-
of how we can also protect the child.
Right.
Yes.
One way or the other. Though we are not involved in their lives, one way or the other, that's how we can also
As
protect
a society.
them. Yes.
Yes.
Right, and I think that is very important because I think we've left that kind
Yeah.
of
Yes.
social accountability.
Exactly.
Like you see somebody, you know the person, something is happening to the person. It's like
I don't care.
that's not my daughter. That's not my.
That's not my business.
Okay,
Yes.
and I'm very excited how the conversation is going because my next question would have been how what because I don't want it to look like we are blaming the parent, but what should parents do to avoid such situations? And I mean, they've mentioned a couple of stuff like that. What do you think parents should do generally? Because prevention is better than cure.
Of course.
Preventing it is better than it's happening and people talking about it, but then it has already happened.
Yes. So I will come from the angle of being a mother myself. One of the things I've made up my mind to do as a mother is to speak to my children, be able to have not just any type of conversation, but a meaningful conversation with my child. I had to learn the act of understanding
And listening.
and patience
Right.
with listening, because I already know I am a very emotional person. I have to even remind my children sometimes that I am emotional. So know what you are coming to say. Your tone of voice would tell me the severity of how serious what you are communicating. So if you say it in a joking manner, I would begin to suspect that Lydia, can you repeat what you said again, so that you listen to it and I listen to it, and then you can now determine the gravity of what you have said. Not only that, too, observation. You are looking, but you're not just only looking, you are observing. I send my child on an errand. I know the distance from the shop to the house should take 3 minutes max. You buy the things, you talk 2 minutes max. So total time, 5 minutes. 15 minutes, you're still not back.
Why?
Where are you?
Right.
What are you doing? I'll step out and then I see her, I see them dragging their legs, and I'm just standing in the middle of the road, and I am like, the speed you are supposed to use to enter my house, quicken it as fast as possible.
Right.
It has gotten to the point where a lot of us have just let things into play. And the fact that we still think the society is the society where it takes a village to raise a child. So you are expecting that everybody in the society is supposed to help you raise your child. Forgetting that everybody is going through something right now. The number of mental illnesses they keep discovering on a daily basis is shocking. Over more than 2 million Ghanaians are living with a mental illness that me and you don't even know the meaning. You don't know where it's coming from, and you are living your children
I learned
upbringing.
about one called personality.
Yes, personality disorder. So some of them, even though some of those things, there's one I know personally that the disorder came from a trauma that happened.
So I think almost everyone has one,
Traumatic.
mental
Yes.
disorder.
Oh,
or the other.
definitely.
Just
And
that
they-
we are not aware of.
One of my
Exactly.
I call him Shrink. Because it's like we are all mad in this world.
Actually,
We're all mad.
Right.
So
Everybody.
don't make it look like you are the only
Oh,
person.
you are the
when
only
something is
person.
happening to you.
One out of every 7, right?
Yeah, yeah.
now it's
yeah.
even 1 out of every 5.
5.
Yes, 1 out of every 5, because
We need one to identify who is actually.
and these things too, they don't write it on the forehead.
yeah.
It's not like a fever that you can just feel and touch it. You can't know for sure. So one of the ways I feel like we as parents speak to your children.
Right.
Observe your children's moods and behavior. Immediately you realize that one kid is beginning to, start acting even
Certain
before,
way.
like, every day when I get back. Oh yeah, sit down. What happened today? Every single thing. What you saw, what you beat, what you threw, who you knocked, who you fell down. I want
Right.
to hear everything.
From there, you can pick signals.
Then I can now shifter.
Right.
Okay, so this is chaff. Okay, so this is not necessary. Then I'm also very careful of what I pick out as chaff, because I will pick it as chaff, but it's important to them. So I let you know that you are heard. I am listening to you, but honestly, it is actually not important. So you decide what you want to do with that information. I give them that leeway.
Right.
I let them know that it is your choice to decide. But I wanted to mention something. You see the advocacy parts and even talking about the issue. Before I was allowed to even do a video on it. It was my boss that picked his phone and called and said, you know what? I think maybe you could speak on your capacity as a gender and social inclusion officer, just to add your voice to the advocacy of them seeking justice. And I'm going online thinking that, whatever it is I'm going to see online is going to be the same thing I'm going to say. Only for me to go online, and what my colleague said was exactly what was happening. And I was so confused. I was like, is it about the girl or it's about them? So what happened to the justice we are seeking? So what's going to happen to the man? Nobody was talking.
And for me, I mean, I think I agree with you guys to some extent, because for me, I get so mad when everything is about trends. Like let's catch the trend.
Let's be the first person to say it.
It go like I think we have to get to a space whereby real conversations can be had.
Yes,
you get it. That can make some impact. So rather than I'm the one who.
Well, someone even has to inbox me to ask me that. So the 2 posts I made, that's all. That's what is important to me.
I also understand the part whereby like people have to advocate, but when you are doing that, it has to be with genuine intention.
Yes, even the write-up, the communication, the language, it needs to communicate the message. It needs to communicate.
Let's not just do it because we want to talk.
If
so
not
that people know that we
honestly, if not for you who called me, you are the first person I felt like, yes, this is the first person I want to actually speak on this matter on. Before the other people started calling that, let's talk on it. I'm like, no, hold on. For now, we don't even know the facts of the case. Right. So before you start asking me for updates or what, I'm like, me too. I'm also not aware. Please.
All right. Abdul, let me come to you. Just as we are talking about this issue, it doesn't take only parents to, to make sure that some of these things, or to ensure protection of children. What do you think that authorities should be doing to help protect children? Because I see that most of the times authorities come in when the act is already done, and the harm has already been caused. What should we do to bridge that gap, to prevent some of these things from happening?
Yes,
society, authorities, and all of that.
Generally, I think children spend more time in school than they do in the house.
Yeah, right.
If there's the need for us to imbibe some of these things in our curriculum, for me,
should be there.
It will be fine. Because mostly in the house, well, now it's changed. Our days, even with those, without those, what is the name? Without the those regulations in our schools, we were actually
straightforward.
I think the word is more than just straightforward.
Yeah.
We are asked to be there at exactly 10, and by 8 you are there.
Yeah.
So it's so early, so yeah. See,
because you know what can happen.
You know what you actually you know actually what will happen if you are there exactly 10, because exactly 10, you can take some beatings, and the question will follow. What if something happened? And then you came before that 10. Then already you've taken 1 or 2 slaps. The next time come early. Even though 10, you are there exactly 10, and there's a problem. That is on a lighter note. But on a more serious note, I think what we can do to prevent some of these things, parents should be conscious.
Yeah.
I think our parents these days do not really matter. Like, they don't really care. That's the word, not matter. They don't really care. They feel like the children now know.
They'll grow, like
the children are, or they now know. You hear a parent saying, "Hey, children of today, do you know that my child even know smartphone more than I do?" It does not mean the child knows. Unfortunately for you, the child perhaps is even reading content that is meant for adults.
Yes.
So, in as much as we want to give children the liberty to do or to explore, they need, or we must also ensure that there are restrictions as to what children can do. Kelly mentioned something. You sent a child, and you know that the distance between the house or from the house to the place is just 3 minutes. It's 20, 30 minutes, and the child is not back.
And you're
the
not
parent is
concerned.
quietly sitting waiting
Waiting
for the child
for
to
the
come.
person I sent
And
on
it
errand.
probably when the child comes, the only thing the child will get is beatings or insults.
It's fair.
Without
Not even-
really asking
There will not
questions.
be questions.
No
There
questions.
will not
no.
be questions.
It is just direct.
And you see, normally you don't have these questions asked because of the relationship between the child and the parent.
parents.
Growing up, even our colleagues, let me say female colleagues, you hear some say, hey, do you know that this guy told me he's interested and he wants us to do ABC? Now, friends find comfort in sharing their information with you than telling their parents.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in order to keep some of these things, there's the need for us to begin to build that relationship with our kids.
Exactly.
Me, for instance, I grew up in a very religious home. My father, as a matter of fact, is a leader of an Islamic community. I cannot be talking sex with my father. How dare me? Come to your father and say,
Who be you?
As I'm growing,
My girl.
what are some of the things I should be expecting?
Oh.
Some physical changes that if
will
I
happen.
that can I have a girlfriend? The truth is that the conversation will not even pass through your
Yeah,
head. You can't even
They will
start
come
it.
there.
Okay.
So, as a child, when you step out, because you don't have those conversations in school,
yeah.
there are others who are having.
So
So you are forced to ask questions there.
and
When you come
get
to the
information
house,
from
you
them.
are quiet. And as a child also, you are forced to see, so what this guy said, practically, how is it like? You want to see...
Curious.
You want to try it.
So as a child, you are curious. So I wouldn't have been curious if my parents
Yeah.
or elders in the house had shared some information with
Right.
me. I wouldn't go out to be nosing, wanting to know, how does it taste like? How does it feel like? And so on and so forth. So I think it is time for parents and for all of us to begin to tell our children, tell our siblings, younger siblings, look, when we begin to see ABC, is this, run away. How a predator looks like and how to even identify one. And the children also, I think our parents or all of us need to begin to communicate with the kids to understand that it's not every toffee you eat.
Thank you.
Sweet. And those sweetened beverages. Yes, hey, you like Calipo, you like this. The person is using that as a trap. And you say, we can't prevent them. They are in the society. It is left on to us to prevent them even before they happen.
Get it, yeah.
Exactly.
My concern is that I think I made this comment of that I've already submitted a letter to the Ghana Police Service. I mean the DOFSU component.
Right.
And even before we started this conversation, they've asked that I should come for the
For the
document is
information.
ready.
Right.
And I'll be going for it. The issue is that I want to really understand the trend. Whether if it's reducing
Yeah.
Or
or
it's
it's increasing.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I want the data from 2020 to 2025.
And I think next
that,
week we can.
So that we know we are making progress as there are security forces. We know whether if we are making progress, the reported cases is coming, but how many of it are you receiving?
What
How have you dealt
happens,
with
yeah.
them? So that we know. In that case, we're able to make an informed comments
Right.
or decision as to whether, we know there are rotten, what is the name, people in the system, but the figure we have or the data on 2024 actually is more than what we have for 2025. So at
right.
least for quarter of 2024, we had
This
this.
is- right.
Quarter of 2025, we have a lower figure. In that case, we know we are making progress. People are
right.
entering,
Right.
people are going to jail, and
Yeah,
others are learning from those mistakes.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much for this informed conversation. I was really glad when we were able to take people through the whole story and how things happen with regards to this issue. As you said, it's very sensitive, and I think that we have to be measured how we go about it, especially when we don't have information. We just get out there and say anything that we want to talk about. Thank you very much for coming today as well, and thanks for watching. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're watching for the first time, and also hit the like button so that a lot more people can get educated and informed and aware of some of these issues that are happening within our communities. As usual, my name is Prince. I'm done. We'll see you in the next one. Peace. We out.